Yo guys, what is going on? JPS back for another video, and today we're here with yet another Fred Dibnah reaction. We're going to be reacting to Fred Dibnah laddering a chimney part 1. So yesterday we reacted to Fred Dibnah how to climb a chimney overhang at 50 plus meters. So this is probably going to be more step by step. Now what I witnessed yesterday was just a crazy feat. Like, it was like, this guy's crazy. He just climbed up the whole thing like it was nothing. So I'm assuming today he's going to teach us how to do it. And I'm kind of curious because, like I said in the last video, guys, it sounds weird, but you never know when you could use something like this. I'm telling you, if you get in a police chase, okay, never mind. That didn't make any sense. But anyways, guys, like, subscribe, and let's get into it right now. Here we go, baby. I'm American, obviously, so this is kind of new to me. Not because I'm American, it's just
well, basically this is sort of a packing that keeps the ladder off the wall of the chimney, so there's room for your boots that go through, on the rungs of the ladder. There's two schools of thought in this. One that, tying them on with string is time consuming and all that, which it is, but the thing is, when it's being pulled up the side of the chimney, by my mate here, and it bangs against something, it only busts the string, like the other school of thought is have a metal construction that's bolted to the ladder, which when that hits an iron band or something like that, it busts the bloody ladder, you see. String is cheaper than brand new ladders. So, but it does take a bit of time for tie them all on. Yeah, that's the only problem.
He's a smart guy,
right. It's going to be just underneath the third rung, so there's room for your boots.
What a smart guy.
They've just got to be just underneath the third rung, so there's room for your boots there. If you tie it on there, it's amazing how it gets in way. It's in the wrong shop because there's no room for your feet. Yeah, basically that piece of wood is just to put there to hold the ladder off the wall. Here we are drilling the first hole in which there is an hole actually there that's just been pointed up. So knocking the first dog, which will be the all fast at the base of the first ladder, as you might say.
Got it.
Then goes the plugwood, which, as you can see, it don't go in very far, but it's quite far enough, it's quite safe. And that's what's termed as a dog. Then I'm going to knocking in now. And the next stage is to the piece of rope. It's called a lashing, and it's a piece of rope about 5 foot long with a loop spliced on one end, as you can see. The next stage is to prop up a ladder.
That was quick.
And climb up it as though you were going up to clean the bedroom window. And then about 5 feet from the top of that ladder, you drill another hole, but in our case the hole's already there. You drill another hole as plumb and straight above the one below as you can get it.
I see.
And insert another piece of plugwood and another dog.
And put the little thing in, and then he's just like in awe.
As you get a bit higher up, the holes have a tendency to get a bit deeper. I think it's called fear.
That's funny. I'm telling you guys, I'm afraid of heights. I could never do any of this. Even where he was just now, like, that's too high for me. I don't know. He's about to put it on that.
Here you see the first ladder is in position, and I'm about to tie it onto the bottom dog, or the bottom holdfast.
Oh.
Which, that's where the beer belly comes in handy. It's sort of round the hook, round the side of the cheek of the ladder, under the rung, round the hook, round the other cheek of the ladder, round the rung, and then back round the rung below, and a 12-inch on, and that's got it fast. It will not come off.
It just seems like such an obscure thing, but it's so interesting. Like when someone recommended me in the comment section, I was like, no way, I'm gonna check out a chimney. Like, why would I check that out? But it's like, this is entertaining. Like, I don't know why. It's just crazy. So I see he's just gonna go up, start another ladder, 2 more holes. Just keep going, man. Well, that's what
the thing
we'll
to do
see.
also is use as much of the rope up as you can, because in a gale, the ends start to blow about, and the whipping comes off the end of the rope, and then you've got one with like a cat o' nine tails end on it, you know, blowing about in the wind.
Yeah.
That is the pulley wheel to pull up the next ladder. Here, the next operation is to tie the ladder to the top dog, or the top holdfast that you've just knocked in, without tying it to the haulage rope, you know, because you sometimes, if you're not paying attention or you're trying to talk to somebody who's mithering you on the floor, you end up lapping it round. You see how easy it would be to lap it round the haulage rope. Yeah, that's it. That is now, the bottom ladder is now firmly fixed and as good as it'll ever be to the wall of the chimney.
That looks secure to me.
And the next operation is to climb up to the top of that ladder and sit astride the top iron rung and reach up as far as you can and drill another hole in the brickwork, which of course it's very easy for me here, because having done this thing about 7 times before and used exactly the same holes every time, I know exactly how far I'm reaching and where I'm going, and it's quite an easy operation to keep the whole stack of ladders in a very straight line.
He just makes it look easy, man.
If you're putting them up and you wander towards one side, when you're putting the staging up at the top and you've got one ladder that's maybe 2 foot gone a bit sideways, and say the other one's gone the other way, it looks rather an erratic effort at the top. You know, everything's out of line and out of square. Nice. Now we've drilled the hole approximately 5 feet above the top of the bottom ladder and hooked on the pulley wheel. Now this is where the tricky bit comes in. The second ladder is tied on approximately 9 rungs from the top, which is about midway. And of course, when it's being pulled up by the labourer or the man down below, we lose more or less half a ladder of a lap, which you'll see the reason for this shortly. The thing is, as that ladder comes up, or the second ladder comes up, on the bottom rung of it, there are 2 lashings, one of which I'm using now to tie the bottom rung to the nearest corresponding rung of the ladder that's stuck to the wall. I've got the other lashing round my neck, and the 2 steeplejack hooks which have come up with it are stuck in my belt. Now, that's a secondary sort of safety precaution, the one with just a 12-inch round the side, just in case that hook there that I've got my hand on, or the one that the pulley's on, if that happened to come out, I'd still be in with a chance, you know. The ladder would still be connected with 2 hooks to the bottom one. As you can see, it's slightly precarious there, how it shakes about, but once you've lashed it to that top hook, which is 5 foot above the bottom ladder, you've only got about 6 rungs above that are standing in free space, or what you might call unconnected to the chimney. It is now possible to unhook the pulley wheel and carry it up the back side of the ladder and hook it on the top iron rung, while you use one of the dogs that's stuck in your belt to, you know, get another purchase 5 foot higher up still, you see. And once you've drilled that hole and put the dog in, you can lift up the pulley wheel onto the dog, which of course one end of the rope is still attached to the ladder that you were sat on. And then you'll see in a minute where when I come down and untie that ladder, my man at the bottom pulls and up goes the whole 21 pins of the ladder. onto the top of the bottom ladder, which sounds unbelievably complicated.
It does, but it's pretty simple.
It is quite a simple operation, really.
He made it.
In fact, it's so simple you can do on a good chimney on a good day where it isn't windy and you don't manage to thump the hell out your hand with the hammer. Like, you know, I mean, if you miss with the hammer, it's rather painful. There goes the pulley wheel. Down the ladder.
Then Al Murray,
the lashing at the top that's holding the top of the ladder. Now it all comes loose and flops about in the wind. That's the dodgy bit when it's very windy and you're 3/4 of the way up and the wind's trying to snap the ladder off sideways. It's quite exciting. And there's the secondary lashing on the side.
If you want to call it exciting,
the one at
I'd
the
call
bottom.
it scary.
When you've released it at the bottom, it's at the mercy of the man on the floor and the wind. Sometimes it's rather awkward when it's very windy and the ladders start twisting round the rope, you know, that's pulling the thing up.
Oh, it's multiple parts. I see. All right. Yeah, I think we're gonna make these multiple videos because, yeah, I'm gonna make this part 2, part 3, etc. I think there's only 3 parts. Well, I don't even know. Maybe 2 parts. Who knows? Anyways, we'll find out. But what I was about to say there was, didn't Al Murray say all jobs are terrible? You think that guy thinks his job's terrible? Seems like he loves what he does. So that's great, but I'm telling you, like 10 feet off the ground, like 10 feet isn't that badly on paper. It doesn't sound that bad on paper, but like when you get up there, it's kind of scary. Comment down below if you're afraid of heights. But my next video, I'm gonna react to part 2 of this. Yeah, there's part 2, so we'll react to that next for sure. We're gonna check that out because I'm very interested in this. And yeah, make sure you guys leave a like and hit the subscribe button for me, guys. Thanks for all the support, and that's about it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.